What's up guys, Joshua here, and today I have another ranked gameplay for you guys. This is a solo ranked gameplay and it's been quite a while since my last one. It's glad to be back. There were quite a few things that I was preoccupied with, and let's get right into it. So I'm playing as Clint in solo queue. My composition is honestly, of my team, it's pretty garbage. We've got Faramis as a support. We have Lancelot as well as the jungler as assassin. Another fighter, or should I say another assassin, is Lapu Lapu in the experience lane, as well as Xavier in the mid lane. Composition wise, this is absolute terrible. We don't have any peel whatsoever. Faramis is our peel essentially, but he isn't tanky. We don't have a lot of hard crowd control that's very reliable, and that's gonna be a problem. So enemy team has a lot beefier composition in comparison, and in fact I think the composition is better. They have a Franco as a tank, which is, not the best tank, but still. They have Barretts as their jungler, Alpha as the experience lane, Hanabi as their late marksman, as well as Nana in the mid lane. So we've got some very interesting things here. Earlier we saw Franco was just walking around in the buff early, and there's nothing much I can do about it, right? Because Clint is a mid to late game marksman, and my priority really is to get to level 3 at least before I can do much, honestly speaking, or level 4. So level 2 is a small power spike for Clint, but anything prior to that is not gonna do much, and you're better off just farming up, right? So the idea is to clear the lane and move on. So here is where I kind of did a little bit of a mistake. I did manage to get out just in time, use Purify, but trying to defend the invade from the enemy team, Franco, Barretts as well as Alpha, no, actually Franco, Barretts as well as Nana, was actually well, even though we managed to defend it successfully, what you have noticed is that our goal lead is, well, it's not a goal lead, it's a deficit, right? The reason for that is because Barretts did manage to get our jungler Lancelot's blue buff, and so they get priority. And as you can see, they really just went straight for the neutral objective to turtle, and now we are already behind. So it's only 2 minutes into the match, and we did try and defend our buff, even though we did manage to take it, and we are already behind. So it is a big challenge. Plus, I was taken very low during that, and my teammate didn't cover me such that I could farm out this wave. So it ended up that I lost a lot of gold as well. So I'm losing this lane, and losing a lane as Clint is never really a good thing, because you are mid to late game. It makes your early game so much worse. Against another late game marksman like Hanabi, the Hanabi is going to be laughing from this encounter, and the reason for that essentially is you just gave the Hanabi a free pass, or should I say, in this case, I gave Hanabi a free pass, because now no one can really challenge Hanabi unless our team just focuses this hero down. Unfortunately, it's in solo queue, so you can't really expect much, and this Hanabi is more than likely to just snowball out of control. Right. Good thing, however, is that at least our Xavier is a little bit on par with the Nana. Everything else on our team, everyone else on our team is kind of behind. Franco just walks up to me, ults me. Hanabi comes in with the ultimate as well. Xavier saves me out with the ultimate, but I thought we could fight this out. However, I totally forgot about Barretts right there. Essentially, Xavier was still in lane, just chilling, and Barretts just like, what's up? He just popped up and he's absolutely decimated up. So that's honestly one of the hallmarks of a great jungler. The enemy team actually are playing this really quite well. Yet another neutral objective up, nothing much we can do here. Lapu actually gets a solo kill on the Alpha, and what happened there was very interesting, because actually Lapu missed quite a few skills before ulting. In fact, after ulting he missed this one skill as well. However, Alpha actually chose to engage back, and that's not a great idea. Alpha is not that strong early on. Lapu is much stronger. In terms of matchup, that's basically why the alpha actually lost. So here is one of those things that I honestly have played pretty badly. I should have expected that, but there was too many things going on. Non-ultimate coming in, Franco walking out because I got stunned by the non-ultimate. But honestly speaking, it's really my mistake mechanically to actually get hit by that. So what you can see is we are just slightly behind in gold, but there's nothing much I can do in terms of farm. Enemy team jungler actually is a lot more ahead than me personally, and because Clint is really only used when he's farmed, and I don't even have my first item, I am pretty much a burden to my team at this point, so there's not too much I can do. I need to just try and stay alive. So this also means we can't contest major neutral objectives because we will just lose out. But here I found the opportunity to take down the mid lane, and I will proceed to do so instead of trying to defend top. I could go and defend top, but that top tower is going down anyway. Faramis tries to do the defensive work, not a great idea, and pays for his life with that. So what you're going to see for the next few moments, even though a neutral objective is showing, you can see we are basically, well, in the dumpster in somewhat. Gold lead, gold deficit is not that huge. However, from the viewpoint of myself, the enemy team basically stacked all their gold into this Hanabi, which is 5,000 gold. I'm only at 3.3, and this is absolutely terrible in terms of team fighting. This Hanabi will wipe the floor against anybody in a team fight with the amount of gold lead over everyone else. So you can see nothing much you can do here. Enemy team are at 7, 8, 9 levels. I'm only at level 7. Not a chance at all. So we just have to back out. Once again, they're heading for neutral objectives. Nothing much I can do here, especially since I'm under level. I should not be getting close to any of the bushes. I should not be checking for vision as well. And this is essentially in some way a demonstration of how to play when you're behind. And honestly, this kind of happens sometimes, and so it's important to just kind of exercise restraint in some way, because it's very tempting to go forward and try and do it out. Hopefully you can get a kill, but it might be a bit risky to do so, and you always want to try and fight on your terms even when you're behind. So Faramis takes a lot of damage. I do some to Hanabi as well, and that's kind of good enough for Lancelot to go in and get the kill. Suppressed by the Franco, but fortunately we did manage to get the Hanabi. I got hit by the Nana ultimate, saved by Faramis ult, and we do manage to get 2 kills in, which is great. It's a great leveler for us. So you can see, even though Barretts is 2 levels ahead, we have 3 members, and the enemy team starting to get cocky in this moment. In fact, they're going in one by one. Barretts is already down. Alpha proceeds to go forward as well. Franco is just gonna go down as well. I saw him use the conceal and then immediately focus him down. And that's, well, thank you to the enemy team for giving us a little bit of a chance to stay in this match. So I wanted to dodge this out, and nothing much to say here. I played this really badly. I could have dodged everything and gotten out alive. Anyhow, I'm gonna take this little moment to talk a little bit about in terms of updates as to what I've been doing in a little bit. And actually, by the time I've been uploading this video, ESI Singapore will be happening, and ESI Singapore 2023 is an esports conference organized by Esports Insider. It's a media marketing agency, and they also do some consulting work. They're based in the UK, and they're organizing this conference in Singapore alongside Redentis Sports. So actually, I was reached out to from Redentis to ask if I wanted to MC this event, and did manage to get a kill onto the Hanabi, but I got out of existence. Great flank by the Alpha, honestly. And so Redentis asked me to MC the ESI Singapore conference, and honestly I really wanted to do it. Unfortunately, I am interning at the current moment, and there are restrictions as to the outside activities I can perform, and this did not clear the compliance team. So unfortunately, I will not be emceeing for the conference. I would have loved to do so perhaps I'll be able to do it the next time. However, I did manage to nominate someone else to do it. It's one of my friends who I have casted a tournament before alongside him, and it will be his first time emceeing, and so I wish him all the best. It will be, I believe he will do a great job, and it will be an awesome event. So those of you who are in Singapore and are watching, do give your support and enjoy yourself at the conference. The speaker lineup is absolutely amazing, and there's a lot to learn in this space. So getting back right to this, so our team actually engaged in a terrible fight right there. Some of our teams got caught and the rest of us got dragged right into it. I took the opportunity to just push on the opposite side because we just can't fight at this point. We are just behind in terms of raw damage output. I am 2000 gold and Hanabi, so it's not even the question whether I can do this at all. Right, there's no way I can do it. So we give up this Lord. The Lord comes through very fast. Franco comes in the ultimate onto the Faramis. There is no way he's getting out. Ultimate does not come through as well. He does not have enough time for that. But the good thing is Lord is only the first one, which is the basic Lord. In fact, it's before 12 minutes, and we do manage to clear out. Now the problem is we get a lot of, well, yeah. Oh, you probably saw what Alpha was doing there, so that was absolutely terrible outing, and we do punish the Alpha for that. So as I was saying, the Lord was the easy part, but now the enhanced minions coming through. So Labu is jumping right in. He got hit by the Barretts. I got hit as well, and suddenly all the damage is being stacked on. That's a lot of damage, and there is no way of getting out. So I definitely could have played this better by literally just stepping out and not taking the fight, and honestly that could have been or should have been the play. However, I really want to help the Lapu out, but this Lapu has been very risk taking so far, which has led me to a few deaths already trying to help him out. Nothing much to happen right now at this point beyond the 8, 9, 10 minute mark when all the turtles are out. The only objectives at the end are the Lord, and we just need to play around that. So we are behind, we don't want to extend too far. It's very risky to push any of the lanes, and the easiest way for us is to just passively farm in the corner, waiting for the waves to crash in. What the enemy team should be doing, as I would advocate, would be to freeze the lane, but fortunately for us, they decided to kind of shove the wave in as well, which means the waves just come towards us and our farm continues as well. So Xavier is gonna get killed by the Franco. Our team is going in. Lapu is jumped in as well. I try to send some damage from the outside. Not quite much I can do. However, I do manage to take out the immortality from Franco, so it's gonna help for the next one, which is a good thing. In the meantime, I'm just farming in my own jungle. Alpha is kind of, well, he's kind of in there as well, doing something. And you can see the minimap, basically this Lapu is absolute crazy going so far. There is no way anyone can help him out. There's no way he can survive that. And now with the second Lord up, there is no way we can contest either, because he just gave away a chance of competing this whatsoever. Not saying that we would have had the chance in the first place, but being so reckless and brazen, he actually just kind of killed himself, and it's almost guaranteed now that they will get the Lord, and that is what the enemy team does. Yet again, this seems like very boring play, but this is really how you grind out your matches, especially when you're behind. So we give out the Lord yet again. This is the second Lord, and fortunately the second Lord is not really that strong. The really crucial one will be the third Lord, because that grants you a lot more stats in terms of your minions that come out, as well as the Lord stats on its own as well. So Alpha actually ulted into this Faramis. Faramis managed to use ult as well, trying to push out this Alpha, but Alpha pops Vengeance and just kind of snaps back. Not a problem. but we do manage to bait out or at least force the use of vengeance on the alpha. However, we do manage to, or should I say, we lost the Faramis ultimate, which would have been really crucial for us to survive in a lot of these major fights. So yet again, the major problem that we're having is the attrition war that's coming through the enemy minions. They've been enhanced by Lord, and you can see once again this Lapu Lapu has gone so deep. He's basically trolling at this point, or he's just super risk taking, or he just isn't thinking too much. He's just going for any form of fight that he can find. And while Laslas as well as myself was clearing the bottom lane, this Faramis, or should I say, some of our other team members have decided to just kind of, accept walk in front of the enemy team's face and take it. Faramis, unfortunately, is gonna get hit by all three Molina ultimates. I don't even think it's called Molina ultimates, but all three ultimates. Not so much you can do here. Rose Gold Media pops out just in time, helping me stay alive for a bit. But this Franco just comes in, flickers in, and ults on me. And honestly, that's the right thing to do, right? So basically, the enemy team is charging to our base now. Xavier brought the Hanabi super low, but our team can't quite convert or complete that kill. And Hanabi does manage to walk out fine. A lot of stuff happening at this point. I'm just waiting to get out because I really need to get out there and defend the base with my team. And with all the, at this point, all of the inhibitor tiles down, we're in a pretty much very dire state as to what we can even try to do. So Faramis goes forward, sends some damage in. Lancelot comes in and does the finishing blow onto Hanabi, which is really great. I'm trying to keep up onto these guys, and these guys just keep running. And we do manage to get the Barretts. However, Alpha seems to have run away at this point. And look at that. This is the perfect timing for us to take the Laura. So essentially, even though enemy team has been playing really well so far, in fact they're still ahead in terms of goal, but what they have just done just gave us a little bit of a chance to come back as the Alpha goes really deep. Enemy team's not ready for this at all, playing a 5 versus 3 even though we are down in terms of gold. There's no way you win that numbers game. And even though Lapu Lapu does have to sacrifice in some way, I do manage to get a kill onto the Nana, and Lancelot secures the Lord, which is a great momentum shift because we have a lot of towers to go through. Might as well go through them slowly right now. Do manage to invade their blue buff, unfortunately unable to take their red as the Hanabi is over there. Franco just walking rapidly towards me. I'm gonna step back. I'm not gonna take any of this, or should I say I'm not even interested in any of this, because I don't want to fight unnecessarily. Lord has been spawned on our end. A ping again for teamfight do not solo, because that's basically what Lapu Lapu has been doing the past few minutes, and that's kind of annoying because we really needed all the numbers to be in there, and him going in, not getting killed and realizing, oh shit, I need to get out, is not a great strategy for getting out alive, as we have seen so far. So now this Lapu, our Lapu is trying to force this Alpha out of the lane. The Alpha has been cutting so deep, it's not even funny at this point. So we're gonna try and do that. Our team unfortunately tries to take a fight in some way. It's definitely not a good idea because our team is split up. Xavier comes in to help, and they do manage to get the Alpha, which is great. We managed to clear out some of that. And you can see that our gold is pretty much stabilized even now after that reshuffle in some way. However, our minions are still not strong enough to kind of end the match on its own or on our own terms, and so we have to play it safe yet again and wait for the next lord. So it does sound kind of stupid because there's a lot of things you could do in this period of time, But for us, we really want to play the safe route, and even though everybody is pretty much at full build, we just need one good fight, which is totally possible for us to kind of move on. This Lapu actually manages to get the Hanabi moving forward, and he's still alive at this point, diving in all the way in. Faramis comes in the ultimate, and we do manage to get the Franco as well. And a lot of damage coming in as the Alpha jumps right into all of us. And Lapu unfortunately dies because he takes too many tower shots. Lamau because the tower deals a lot of damage. And great, we have taken out 3 of the members. Nothing much we can do at this point, but I saw that the Lord is turning out rarer soon, and this is probably our one chance to get it, where we have an absolute advantage. So even though the barracks is up, I decided to just start it anyway. I ping for the request. Attack command comes through from Lapu, and here I'm just gonna chip at the Lord. I don't do that much damage because, as I mentioned, Clint is more of a burst mid-game marksman. He does a lot of true damage from endless battle as well as thunderbelts if you build it, which I do. And this Franco comes in, ults me immediately, and Barrett secures the Lord yet again. So our jungler lost the smite, or should I say the retribution battle in some way, and you can't really blame him or her. Like, essentially, it happens. Sometimes there's not much you can do about it, and you just want to try and minimize the chance of that happening. Now, so another Lord is coming right in here. I have changed out my build a little bit. Normally I would go Endless Battle, Thunderbelt, Rose Gold, Sea Halberd, and then Blade of Despair or Malefic Roar. But here, because of the amount of tankiness the enemy team has, I'm gonna go with it. And here you can see it looks like a terrible start. But fortunately, the Faramis is able to start this ultimate just in time. I take a lot of damage, but we are still fighting. None of us are down. We do take on 4 members at this point. Only the Nana, who is not there, survives. And this is excellent. This is like a one chance to stardom and trying to end the match as it is. So I'm pinging for my life to tell my team, let's go, let's go. This is really one time where we can do something and potentially end. And that's kind of what we did. We have 3 people starting down mid. The last one joining as well. Lapu has been pushing out top, basically trying to get a little bit more stuff going on and a little bit more options. And Nana is super low at this point. However, our team just goes for the Nexus, and in the end, that's how we got the win. It has been a huge swing from a massive deficit, especially from early on where we lost a lot of ground. I have died quite a few times early on, and our team was set back quite majorly by the enemy team's invade. However, we managed to pull through, and really what I think is the greatest takeaway from this is to just keep calm, play to the situation, such as if you're behind, don't always force fights, and look at the composition to see what your team is good at. And our team is really good at trying to just all in one person and just kind of get the shit out of there, or continue to fight on a side, on a skirmish. And with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is John, so signing off. I'll see you guys next time.